We're here for the final part. Just the final part. The end of E3. It's the end of E3. Okay? That's what we're doing. I think we can all agree that if we just get a nice in-depth dive then that would really probably put people in the best spirits. Keith, how you doing? Thomas, how you doing? JTVJ in the chat, how you doing? Gene, how you doing? Sato Kaiba, how's it going? Game Challenger Wolf, good to see you as well. Ray, how you doing? Volga in the chat as well. Hope you're all doing well. Started a little bit early. We've got a little bit of time before this goes. I still got a massive smile on my face from the Zelda trailer. Nice. Glad you're feeling it. I mean, that's definitely gonna go into the list of stuff that was in the good pile. I don't think there's gonna be a massively good pile, but there's been highlights and there's been some good stuff. And even though Summer Game Fest is its own thing, I'm kind of counting it all under the same umbrella when I do my roundup tomorrow, because obviously I want to talk about Elden Scrolls. But to be fair, Elden Scrolls, Elden Ring, obviously that will be fine if we get into if they show us some stuff tonight, which starts in 10 minutes. Bandai Namco obviously publishing the game itself, so we might see a bit more information. I'm guessing we're probably going to get a little bit of Tales of Arise in this, because that's another Bandai title that's been advertised a couple times at E3. So we'll probably get a little bit more information on that. They've already said there will be no information on a new Dragon Ball game, which is a bit upsetting. But that doesn't mean that we might not see like a little bit extra for maybe Kakarot, or like some mention of something new coming to Xenoverse or some, who knows. But I could be wrong. That also doesn't mean, like, Bandai own a lot of properties. We might actually get to see some other anime game related stuff, which would be really good for me. Sasai, how you doing? Chad, how you doing? Abdul, how you doing? Good to see you, good to see you. Thank you everybody that's joined me. We are seeing out the end. It's the end of E3, and you know what? I've had a good time overall. Well, it's been a little bit draining. I've done a lot of streaming. I've been basically streaming with maybe like an hour to half an hour breaks from 1 p.m. today. But I'm still here. And I've streamed probably 22 hours, I think, when I added it up over the past 3 days of the weekend. But it's been enjoyable. There's new people that are part of the channel now because of doing this. There's all the old people who I appreciate and always keep the chat alive. You know, Callie, good to have you back. And Kai, good to have you as well. Maybe a playable clock. Thoughts on the Guardian game? I've seen a lot of backlash on the Guardian game. A lot of people obviously have felt a certain way because of the Avengers game. I think it looks better than the Avengers game off the bat already. So that could be quite cool. I think the Avengers game's looking quite cool. With that Wakanda expansion is literally you just play as Black Panther. I think that could be really good for the Avengers game, but overall I didn't think that the Avengers game was in a great scenario, you know. But I think that Guardians, while it may not look great, I think it's captured the element and the essence even of Guardians. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think it will be a decent playthrough overall, but I'm seeing a lot of backlash for it across the board. A lot of people just saying it looks trash and the animations and blah 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 and things like that, which is you're okay to say that, you know, but cut them some slack, because to be fair, the Stranger of Paradise trailer was terrible, but having played through the demo earlier, I'm really on board with that game. So we'll see, you know, don't judge everything just completely on what they show you. You never know how far along a game is or anything like that. ACC, how's it going? Ciao, my friend. Cannon Hawk as well. Marcus, Michael, Python Plus Plus, good to see you in there as well. No other games matter now that Elden Ring was announced. Well, yeah, fair enough. I think this is it. There's enough in there for most players to find something that they can at least take away as a positive. For some of you, that will be Breath of the Wild sequel. For some of you, that will be Elden Ring. For some of you, that will be looking at the gameplay from Battlefield. Maybe you're a Sea of Thieves kind of person, you know. Maybe you do enjoy the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. Maybe you're looking forward to the Avatar announcement. There's a fair few things that each studios at least put out one thing, apart from you, Capcom, okay, have put out something that looks interesting, and then there's a whole bunch of indies to back that up as well. So I think that people will be able to find something to be excited about from this E3 when overall it's not been the greatest showing. You know, what do I think they'll announce for sure? What in this? As I said, Tales of Arise, they'll definitely talk about that. And Elden Ring, they should hopefully talk a little bit about that. Even if they run the trailer again, because they're allowed to run a trailer. Technically, it was on Summer Game Fest. They might run it again. Who knows? Blasty, how's it going? I don't know how I feel about Guardians of the Galaxy since the developers also helped Avengers. Yeah, it's a tough one, but we'll see. Suki, how you going? Buenas noches, mi amigo. ¿Cómo estás? We've got Thomas in the chat. Good to see you. Halo as well. Exactly. If you like Halo, there's an array of stuff that is enough to keep most players happy. And there was even talk about like Call of Duty and things like that. So there was a good thing across the board, you know. Blue Box Game Studios, abandoned game, tweeted now. Guess the game name. Abandoned, first letter S, last letter L. Reveal closing in. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation. We're trying to downplay it, just because we don't want Callie to get too excited and be burned again. But we're hoping for some Silent Hill news, aren't we? That's what we're hoping for with that. We're really hoping for some Silent Hill news. But you know, don't want to say that it is for sure and then it's not, because it will upset Callie, and I don't want to do that. We got Jake saying, will you be playing Guardians on the channel? I will be. I actually will be. For the rest of the month, though, I'm going to be playing some Final Fantasy. Going to be enjoying Final Fantasy. I'm going to take a little bit of break. I'm going to do my first ever Platinum stream with Ratchet & Clank, seeing as I'm so close to getting the Platinum. And then I'm going to be trying my best to finish up and get through Ninja Gaiden, all 3 of the games for the Master Collection. But that's going to be quite a challenge. But we're 15 days into the month. I think I can get most of them going. If Starfield is not a timed exclusive, it might be. I saw an article yesterday that said Starfield might come out on PlayStation 5 anyway. Like, I think it was a Guardian article as well. So, fairly decent source overall. Guardian don't do that much clickbait. So, yeah. That's interesting, is it not? That's very, very interesting. Kojima pulled this type of thing with Metal Gear Solid, so maybe we'll get some news. When does it start? We have 4 minutes 13 seconds. You got time to go to toilet, get a snack, any of that good stuff. But yeah, as I'm saying, overall, E3 may have been one of the least impressive E3s, or whatever you want to say, but overall, there's been enough in here. If you're looking for it to get excited about. Not everything can be a blockbuster, not everything's going to hit with everybody, but there's been little updates like things for Kena and things like that. That 12-minute game, Forza, you know, like there's stuff for people to get excited about. While I don't agree, as I've said multiple times, and I'm saying as I've said a lot, but while I don't agree with people pulling down others because they personally don't get the hype of the game, it's important for people to, I feel, respect other people's choices, you know? So you don't think that game looks great. Fair enough. Let that other person enjoy that game. They're excited for whatever reason about it. Let them enjoy it. Question, are you going to stream Death Stranding Director's Cut? I mean, that's a good question. I've been advised heavily not to stream Death Stranding as an entirety. We're moving into the point in the year where there's going to be a lot of games coming out that I do want to stream. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to rule out first impressions of the director's cut, potentially. But we'll see. We'll see. I have a few games that I really should finish in my personal like playlist at the moment that I should really get on with. And it becomes difficult because sometimes, obviously, this isn't always the case, but sometimes when you end up streaming a game all day or for the majority of the evening, you don't then want to play a game to sort of wind down afterwards. So a few games have got lost in the wind because of that scenario. E3 wasn't a smash hit by any means. No blockbusters, but it had enough small updates and mid-sized games for it to have been a respectable show. Exactly. It had enough. It did. It had enough in there for people to still, in theory, should be excited for the future of what's coming out across the board. You should play Death Stranding in your own time. Take it in. That soundtrack, it's a long game. Death Stranding is tedious. See, this is what I mean. So it's very polarizing. And I'm not 100% about how I want to tackle it. But we will see. We will see. So it's almost time now. Almost time for the Bandai showing. We're almost there. The people from E3, they're giggling, they're laughing. They're doing hand gestures. A lot of this going on. What great presenters we are because we use our hands when we talk, because that's how you need to present. This is how I talk to my friends when I am conveying a point. I think presenters always take on too much where they're like, oh yeah, but people naturally talk with your hands, but the way you talk with your hands isn't as scripted and thought about as how presenters talk with their hands when they are presenting, you know? And I also feel like if you are going to talk with your hands, maybe it would be good for presenters to know sign language. Maybe that would be one of the best ways to if you're really going to be over the top with your hand movements, make it sign language so deaf people can understand. You know, how about that? How about that? So yeah, let's get into this. Should be any second now. I'm just sort of letting them. There's a lot of this going on. There's a lot of this going on. Just letting them get into it. It's almost time. I think this is time now. I can judge from the way he is presenting. Here we go. And we're in. Oh. And we're in. I don't know why it gets stuck like that. Should be the start about now. In theory. Fingers crossed. This isn't Bandai, is it? This is Dark... Is this... Did Bandai publish the Dark Pictures Anthology? I thought it was like its own thing.
Ancient horror has awoken from its slumber and is hungry for blood. Shall we see how many have fallen into shadow?
Satellite sweeps of the war zone have uncovered what appears to be an underground storage facility.
The thing is, we've seen this.
Where chemical weapons are hidden.
And as I said before, the audio mix on this trailer
Into the unknown alone is extremely brave.
is so bad.
Or extremely foolish.
We're gonna sigh out this shit.
Brothers in arms, or will it be a case of each man for himself?
Get down! They're up on the ridge! Return fire!
How's it going, Chris? Welcome to the chat, my friend.
On the edge of an abyss. Your survival depends on the choices you make. They will be as a compass, guiding you through the unknown.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
What nightmare have these luckless souls fallen into?
You keep lookout.
Look out? Look out for what?
One by one, their lights will be snuffed out.
Like, for me, it's just that the narrator sounds like he's in the shower or something. Like he's in...
Trapped beneath the earth, swallowed by the void.
Like he's in a tiled room.
Find the path to salvation,
Like, what's this about, you know?
or be lost in the darkness forever.
There we go, coming out later this year. I don't like that they show you the monsters. In a game like that, I prefer that they wouldn't show you the monsters, but it is what it is. Like, I like that mystery of not knowing when I go into a thing like this. Stream's
We're here
just
at
started.
Supermassive to talk about the next game in the Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. I'm joined by exec producer Dan. How you doing?
Hi, Dan.
Thank you for joining us. Right, so let's start at the very start. We're going to be talking about House of Ashes for most of the interview, but for those that don't know, tell us about the Dark Pictures anthology.
The Dark Pictures is a series of narrative, story-driven, branching horror stories. Each one is standalone. They each tell a different story, completely separated from the others, but within the same universe, so there is connection between them all. House of Ashes is set at the end of the Iraq War in 2003, with links 4,000 years ago that set the story up.
So tell us more about the theme and themes, I suppose, within House of Ashes.
It starts off with a military unit. They've got some new technology that can look for weapons of mass destruction underground. They think they've identified something in the Zagros Mountains in Iraq, and then as part of that, they come into conflict with an Iraqi unit. There's a pitched firefight, and then the two groups are plunged underground. There's an earthquake of some sort, and it's revealed that there's a hidden temple underground. These big massive structures, but these different groups, they're all separated, radio contact is lost, and they're submerged in this black darkness.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
And then they're going to start hearing things and seeing things, and people are going to start disappearing.
What the just happened?
So this time it's a very real threat.
All of the Dark Pictures games, they all pull something from real life or from history, from fact. What's the case with the myth or historical part of House of Ashes?
So we love looking at and reading myths and legends and stories and doing our research, and we know our fans love it as well because there's something that they can link into afterwards, and I love doing that when I'm playing games or watching movies myself. So this one's set 4,000 years ago, the Akkadian Empire, and this terrible evil that happened. We had this self-proclaimed god king, Naram Sin, and he essentially cursed his people. He sacked this temple and brought famine and devastation to his own people. And so a lot of the history is lost, but we've done a lot of research about it, and then we had a lot of happy accidents that linked into the story we wanted to tell.
That's cool.
And the fun thing for us is we get to do our own take on it. We get to twist it, and obviously we've made our own truth from it.
At the end of the sneak peek, the trailer, we saw monsters. Tell us a bit more about what's going on there.
The military unit that you're playing as, they don't really know what they're coming up against. They're not human, they're bigger, they're larger, they're faster. The team aren't going to know if there's one or two of them, or hundreds or thousands of them, and that's kind of the threat with this. You know, they've got guns, maybe they could try and take one of them down, but maybe there's another one around the corner, or maybe there's a group of them and maybe they're going to get ambushed.
Maybe they're like a cluster.
Exactly,
and
yeah,
they all pop
a
out at
nest,
once.
as it were.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun to work on and see these things move around and how horrific they can be. They're different to us, they perceive the world in a different way. Getting little snippets of it in the darkness, and did I see that? Was it something that moved? Or is it actually just one of the other soldiers?
Has been completely removed by showing footage of them in the
Not
trailer,
to
but
misdirect
okay.
People on things, you know, that did you see something, did you not? And that's a great thing within horror, that you think you're going to be scared right now, and we're not going to scare you now. We'll scare you in a minute when you're not expecting it.
It's always coming.
Yeah, always.
So should we expect a huge amount of peril in the game?
Definitely. We love to do it. You know, it's fun for us to work on. As horrific as it is, and we know that our fans love it as well. So yeah, there's at least 60 unique deaths, and there's a whole ton of variation on that as well. So Merwin and some of the others, you're going to see different things happening to them depending on how you play it out. You know, getting ripped and shredded and torn, and because there's a firefight, there's going to be bullets flying as well, and all kinds of stuff. And it's not just the deaths; it's the gore that goes along with it, and you know, lots of blood.
Wicked. It sounds absolutely terrifying. I'm in.
Lots of blood.
Not gonna lie, man. It's pretty bad.
What differences have you made, or changes have you made to the gameplay and mechanics for House of Ashes?
We're always evolving the Dark Pictures. We listen to a lot of the feedback from our fans, and also our team, what they want to do, how they want to push things forward. So we tried some stuff in Little Hope with you know, more camera control, 360 cameras at certain parts, and we've really leaned on that again, and it really works well.
Nice.
In House of Ashes, lots of the game is set underground, and so these sort of corridors, which are really tight and oppressive.
Creepy.
Yeah, indeed. So we've had to learn, because you take away the fixed cameras, and that takes away some opportunities for horror, but we've had to learn new tricks to scare people, and ramp up the tension and the chance for jump scares, which we know some people love. We've also got a new torch mechanic. So,
yeah, love them.
It's military themed, so these guys are going to be walking around with weapons, with torches mounted on them. We love the lighting that we do, the sort of really inky black darkness that we have, and sort of the contrast to the bright areas. And so you're going to need to lean on that torch to allow you to see where you're going, what the threat is, and that kind of stuff.
I just throw a jump scare in there. Now you know that one's coming.
So in Little Hope we added QTE warning icons as an example, and we've got some really good positive feedback about that, but also some people want to turn that off. We want to allow you to play the game in your way. So with our accessibility settings and difficulty settings, if you want to have a more casual experience, you can change those settings. Still, most of your characters are going to end up dead, but that's
spoilers,
what happens,
but that's what we come here for. That's okay, we can deal with it. So I've got to ask, what was it like working with Ashley?
So Ashley was fantastic. She researched Rachel. She understood her when she came on the set, which is so refreshing. She knew her inside out. And Rachel is a flawed character, so she brought that through so fantastically. The rest of the cast were fantastic as well.
When we were looking for Joey, Salim helped me.
You didn't tell me this because...
You'd flip your shit.
We want you to connect to these characters and understand them as humans. We want them to seem real because they're real to us. We spend a long time designing them, and I don't mind if you hate any one individual character because you don't like everyone in real life. But maybe you'll like them when you see
Hate's
the
a
journey
strong
they go
word.
on.
Maybe you'll like them once they're dead, and you feel bad about it.
And you feel bad about it, definitely.
Yeah.
But also, we want you to save them. We want you to try and save them. We know that some people want to get everyone killed straight away, and that's fine. That's their playthrough. Cool. That's what they want to do. But can you get everyone out alive and save as many as you can?
There's a lot of replayability there.
Indeed,
Goes on forever. I like that. So, last question. Favorite scene?
Favorite scene. So, Salim, our Iraqi soldier, and Jason Kolchak, one of the Marines that's there. There's a way that can play out, and a sort of contest between them, and you can make it go in a number of different ways.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's really emotional. Seeing them film it, I was lucky enough to be there, and then seeing that come through in game, I think we've got something there. I think that's gold. And then, of course, I love scaring people, so I love the jump scares. I love the moments of tension that we bring. We can't hold you in that moment, so we've got some fantastic jokes in there as well to allow you to relax for a moment before we scare you again.
To take your mind off the imminent threat. I like that. Dan, thank you so much. This has been really cool to talk about, and I'm sure, I'm excited and terrified in equal part, and everyone else is just excited, I'm sure of it.
And it's been a real pleasure to speak to you, and I can't wait to get it into people's hands.
It's going to happen.
All right. Supermassive games published via Bandai. Fair play to them. I still think Quantic Dream are just so much higher than them.
See how scared you got. Of course, we want to thank Razer for being one of the E3 2021 sponsors. Of course, giving us these tired old blades nobody cares
that did
about.
look
but
good.
This Blade 14 RTX 3080 built right in. Of course, the Razer.
I'm taking that.
Thank you so much. No, I'm taking that.
Okay, we'll fight.
Okay, well,
we've done it before.
You know what? I'll take the hand-me-down. I'll be little brother. I'll take the outdated. Nobody wants these anymore, right? Doesn't worry. Golden Boy, you just saw the Dark Pictures anthology.
Yeah.
Your first glimpse of it. We have some reactions from you.
Oh, you do?
They were recording you. They said you were a little scared, not terrified.
Not terrified, thankfully, because it was just a normal trailer, which is fine.
See,
there's my face.
You're unsettled for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, you don't like that. You
don't like that.
No,
not a fan of that one either. Nope.
The nope.
Yeah, I think that was one of the jumps.
Picture anthology at House of Ashes.
What just happened?
Supermassive Games in Liverpool, UK, making that one, being published by Bandai Namco.
What happened?
I personally have fallen off.
What just happened?
The Dark Pictures anthology, very guilty. But I did.
Did a bunch of people just get boosted here? Hey, welcome.
Persia, what about you? What's your experience with
I don't know what just happened, but hey, welcome to the stream, I guess.
Interesting because
you're in it with us now.
So I didn't know what to expect even hopping into that one, but there was some sort of satisfaction.
I don't know either. I'm as confused as you guys.
So now I'm thinking about how they were talking about all of the bloody deaths coming in House of Ashes.
I think we got booted into.
If we can run this back.
was gonna say because yeah, the dev was saying that like obviously there are people who you're gonna want to kill.
Hey, welcome. I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused as to what's happening.
I am one of the. I am a player who.
We are in the future?
So I can't really identify. Tam, what's
IGN crashed. Hey guys, welcome. I don't know. Hello? I'm watching on. Oh, you're watching with me. I'll be quiet.
I think the thing about it for me currently.
I'll be quiet. Stick around.
Have for it, especially coming off Until Dawn and the critical acclaim that they got for that. And
IGN has merged.
Has been slightly at odds with each other.
Earlier I said I wasn't IGN, and now I am IGN apparently. So there we go. I've made it. Greetings, greetings. I think just GameSpot have just covered it better.
This one definitely feels like it's starting to look like it could be the most.
I don't know what's happened here. IGN stream has crashed.
To jump back into it and see how they deal with it. Like the
So IGN crashed.
Like military setting where this weird
and now Play for All on GameSpot are talking about their reactions to House of Ashes.
I think that is really good, a really good sign.
I'm so confused.
There's new entry in that series.
But welcome.
So I am definitely more inclined to.
Should we try find?
Check it out when it comes out for sure.
Yeah, I think.
What's happened?
If you think about Until Dawn, I remember when that one was.
Is IGN really
probably going to stick next to Dan because he understands what we should be doing. King of what now? You're looking up all this history on Pazuzu.
Did we fix
King
it?
of Wind Demons, no big deal.
Come on, everybody knows that. I don't
Did we
even
fix
know
it?
what the King of Wind Demons is. What was it?
Oh, he's Pazuzu.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
You may remember him from The Exorcist as well.
Hey.
Yes. Okay.
Luckiest stream noober in the world.
So we're like, Dan's just like, I could go on.
Pazuzu.
Exactly.
I guess I am.
Okay. But Avi, we've been talking about Resident Evil Village like at length. We both like horror survival, but also like when someone's playing with us. And I thought that it's great that it's co-op, so we can be scared together while we play.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be sitting behind Dan and watching
Who
him
knows
play
what
because
happened?
That's exactly what I did with Until Dawn because I'm like, cool, I can't hold a controller and, you know, try to guide these teenagers to safety.
What time is the
Bamco
conference?
Kill them all. But Dan was going into like the history of all of it, and I'm going as like, oh, 2003. That's a little too close.
Hey, well,
I didn't
I
pass
hope
all my
I've
history
provided
classes,
you
but I
with
hope
the
that
stream.
Pazuzu doesn't, you know, pop up anywhere in a textbook. But something that was really interesting
Ace
for me when
Combat.
we were going through the trailers.
Hopefully we get some Ace Combat. That would be awesome.
They showed us Pazuzu. They showed us the monster. They showed us what it looks like inside the cave. So there's part of me wondering, like, usually with horror games, you don't show people the scary right away.
Yeah,
so I'm
you
wondering
don't.
If maybe there's like a hidden layer of something else that they're not showing us yet that's going to catch people off guard, thinking that they're going in going like, I did my research, I know everything.
I know how to deal with a Pazuzu. This is easy.
I know. So you two would fall into the depths together, and then I would somehow be stuck with Michael, and he'd be like,
the worst
JRPGs,
conference
and I'd be
ever.
like, oh my goodness, we're in a world of hurt
Listen,
right now.
If I make a deal with the devil, I can turn into a very attractive protagonist, and then I could probably possess Pazuzu if I do negotiations like you can in SMT5.
I think what's happened
like,
is that
one thing I want to say about this one is the free cam
the
control
Bandai
that's
stream
different
has
for
messed
Supermassive,
up
So I
completely.
wonder how that works because I feel like they're very in control of camera angles and what you see before you make choices. I'm sure there's like transition phases where you actually make your choices and all other stuff. It's just something new from them, so I just want to see how that plays out, especially when I'm with a bunch of other people trying to get very scared.
And Damon, I know you're all about retro games.
What's the
but I
next
also
thing
know
they're
you
gonna
love a
show
good
us?
Story. I know for me, I felt like this had a lot of heart. There was dialogue that we saw, and it really hit me to my core.
Yeah, and they showed the actors doing the motion capture. I love horror movies. I love horror games. I'm a kind of a gore hound. I love blood and guts, and I love kill gags.
Whoa.
So like, I'm looking forward to see all the inventive.
Someone
and
watch that
clever
guy.
ways that Pazuzu's
He's
gonna
a
kill our
dangerous
children.
individual.
Oh boy. I just like saying Pazuzu, even though it's absolutely horrifying. Yes. Anyways, GOMS, I can't talk. Games have changed and evolved so much over the years, and with those changes, so has the
Bandai?
coverage of our favorite games. Outlets like PC Gamer,
Bandai
IGN,
LM?
Polygon, and GameSpot have all led the way in gaming coverage, and for the first time ever, we've assembled the editors-in-chief of all those organizations and our Voices of E3 series. Take a look.
Is Bandai fully crashed? What is going on? This is the strangest thing ever. Bro, what I'm not gonna do, Gaming Devil, is suddenly stop my stream to go onto Twitter
Hello.
You don't need to spam it in the chat so
2021.
much.
My name is Chris String. I run GamesIndustry.biz, which is one
Like,
of the world's biggest video games.
please don't
business
spam
websites.
it.
And joining me today to talk about E3 and the future of games in general are some of the biggest names in the video games media, from
What is going
IGN,
on?
GameSpot, Polygon, and PC Gamer. But rather than me do the introductions, I like to pass over to the panel. Hello, everybody. Who are you? What do you?
This isn't about AAA.
Is this the same one?
This isn't. You're not going to get an Elden
What is
Ring.
the Bandai stream has just disappeared into the mist? They showed us one.
Are going to be there. Are really cool. They're really interesting. I hand selected a
What's-
bunch of them myself, and my approach to it.
Oh my god! I swear it's broken.
My friends are going to like. And
We can even watch this guy talk about the game. We can watch these guys talking about the game. What is going on? I'm so I'm sad and confused.
I go by Randy in this country because while it's okay to be called Randy in America, if you say that anywhere else in the world, you will be met with sniggers. You can't say, "Hi, I'm Randy," to anyone else out there.
Yeah, it's definitely true for us in the UK.
Mm.
I mean, you can.
So
No
to
one
ask
in this
them
day and
for
age
you
is
here,
saying
what does
Randy
sort of
anymore.
E3
Like,
sort of represent to you?
come on, we're not Austin
I don't wanna
Powers,
pick on somebody,
baby.
but Randy, maybe.
It's difficult.
Like,
to
Randy
separate
Marsh has been such a
E3,
keystone of
as
South
a,
Park comedy that I've
professional
forgotten
working
that
in
Randy
industry
even
and
means
as a
anything
fan.
else.
I've been in this industry for so long that it's E3 to me is usually just a lot of.
Was
late
it just
nights,
one game? I don't know, Maria.
being
I'm
overworked, not having enough sleep.
I don't feel like it should have been just one game. I feel like it was meant to be. It was meant to be the final showcase of E3 with Bandai Namco showing off a couple games. Like, we all assumed that we would get some Elden Ring. We assumed there'd probably be some Tales of Arise and a little bit more of like maybe an upcoming game. Apparently Bandai Namco's conference was just that game. That doesn't make sense at all. It was... Think about this for a second, right? They showed us that trailer at Summer Game Fest like 4 days ago. Like, we had all seen that trailer anyway. There has to be more than one game on display. I feel like something's gone wrong. Demon Slayer game? That would be awesome. The only thing I'm not happy about with the Demon Slayer game is Bandai always go, let's take this great anime that has an in-depth story that we can make an open world action RPG, and let's make every character in that game just fight each other and make it a fighting game. Like, that's it. That's Bandai's whole approach to making anime games, is they go, what would happen if everybody had a fight with everybody? Can we turn that into a game somehow? They wouldn't end it like that. It was too abrupt to end like that. There's no way. There's no way E3 would just brush it under the carpet like that as well. Like, surely not. Bandai Namco, I forgot to put the presentation together until this morning, so here's one game to look at. Surely they would announce something. On their schedule there was only House of Ashes, sadly. Oh, come on, man. You telling me the guys that are publishing Elden Ring couldn't even talk about Elden Ring a little bit more in depth? Like, it doesn't make sense. Project Mouth saying worse E3. I think they officially have just crowned themselves the biggest clowns in the gaming presentation industry right now. Where's my Sea of Thieves times One Piece game, Bandai? Exactly. Exactly. These are the questions that need to be asked right now. I'm not even joking. That's such a good idea. I have my One Piece tattoo right here. Right here. I would love a Sea of Thieves crossover. The memes on Twitter are funny. Maybe it's a way to generate hype. What hype are they generating here? Anger and outrage? Elden Ring was a fever dream. It doesn't exist. We all imagined it. We had a moment of global insanity. Looks like we're getting a Silent Hill, guys. Yeah, apparently we're definitely getting a Silent Hill is the look of things. Callie, you can officially celebrate. Tolga, did Namco Bandai E3 end? We don't know. We're not. No one's 100% sure. Did it even begin? Is the real question. Everyone, this is the worst E3. Namco, stand back. I'm waiting just in case there's more. So are we. We're gonna ride this out. I can't believe there's just a discussion going on from members of IGN and otherwise. I don't know what's going on here. We'll do the best thing we can quickly. Is we'll look at the chat, because when in doubt, just watch people rage out in the chat. That's been like the most entertaining thing about E3 at certain points in time, is just the chat going wild at these absolute like what the hell is going on moments. What is going on is the real question here. This is garbage. This isn't even Bandai. Did Bandai show nothing? Hashtag vote skip. Stop the podcast, please. Where are the games? This isn't happening like with Capcom, right, Bam? I don't know. I think this is reality now, guys. I think we have walked into... Bandai were like, you know what? This E3 is so bad. We're actually pulling all of our footage, but we're just not telling E3. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Where are the games? Stop spamming. Please stop talking. We want Namco. Let's go. Is it over? One crap game. What the F is this? Stop talking. Stop talking show games. Bandai literally show one game. Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 3, Tenshinkai 4? Did you miss Namco? I think we all missed Namco, apparently. Ben, unfortunately, I think we missed it all. I think more gameplay will show soon, but not today. I found a news article. It was only one game. We are in the Twilight Zone. Oh, Abdul, thank you so much for the donation as well, man. We waited all week for this. We did. They have Elden Ring. They literally have Elden Ring. They could show us Elden Ring. What is wrong with them? And they went for the talk show. They went for the Zoom call talk show. I blinked and it's over. Ridge Racer coming in a minute. Oh man, I hope so. Like it's. Where are the games? Nice one, Gamescon. Whole lot of talking, not a lot of games. What nonsense was Bandai? How is this a good way to end E3 as well? This was like the end. F for the JoJo game? Yeah, please, F's in the chat for the JoJo game. 30 minutes left. This can't be it. Worst E3 ever. Where's the game at? Freedom of speech. My boy lagging in real life. Xenoverse 3? Yeah, I'd love to see a Xenoverse 3. I really would. Xenoverse 3 on the next gen would be great because you'd allow for way more, just bigger, badder moments. Here is the article. There was just one game. You stopped your platinum quest to watch Desperate Dan talk about a horror game for 5 minutes. E3 just tied with Bandai's events. Feels like we've gone back to E1. Oh man, oh man. Thank you anyone that happened to come across this stream. F for every other game they could have shown. They could have literally shown us anything. This is this is one of the most depressing E3s and just moments of gaming history. Bandai is done. They showed House of Ashes. Talk to them, not us on Twitter. Even IGN is getting sassy in the chat. Oh, hey, shut up, IGN. Shut up, IGN. Ban me from your chat. I dare you. Ban me. Jujutsu Kaisen would have been awesome as a game as well. Just wait, about to drop the Switch Pro announcement. If you ordered E3 from Wish, DBZ, Demon Slayer, Digimon, any anime game, JoJo Battle Royale console port. Worst E3 conference, best Bandai Namco podcast. They only showed one game. Even the IGN moderator doesn't know what to do. Why did Bandai turn up? You could have just said, "Hey man, Summer Game Fest, we can't give you the Elden Ring trailer because we only plan on showing one thing. That we only have one thing to show at E3 at the moment, and we need to hold on to Elden Ring to end E3 on a really high note." But they didn't do that. They didn't even do that.
It's interesting like our kind of multifaceted feelings in this conversation.
Oh, they showed us a trailer we already saw, had an interview that only potentially ruined elements of the game, and then said, "Peace out, y'all. Catch you next year. E3, we're out of here." Bandai can't see how many games.
And it's an environment where game developers like
nice games, bro. That was it. Should we just watch the Elden Ring trailer again? Did we just watch the Elden Ring trailer again? Or do we just watch people just abuse IGN because of their anger at E3?
Whichever direction E3 takes long term, I think it sort of has to.
Oh man, Bandai equal Koch Media. Was it bad? It was. They showed us the House of Ashes trailer again, Angel. They showed us. That was it.
What is a memorable E3
They-
interview that you can share with us?
Did the guy really just say in the background? He said, "What is a memorable E3 interview you can share with us?" I can tell you this much. It wasn't this one. It wasn't this one. They even spoiled the monsters with the collector's edition. They just ruined it all, man. They absolutely ruined it all. What happened? They showed us one game and said, "That's all we can give you right now. We're sorry." Just horrible, man. Horrible showing. If you're new here and you're having fun, please do drop me a subscribe. But I won't say any more than that. I hate trying to push people. You're grown up enough to make a decision if you're gonna like the page or join it or anything like that. But it would be massively appreciated. I could have been playing Ratchet and Clank for people right now. I was trying to get my platinum in Ratchet and Clank. Also, look at this perfect code that's popped up. Wow. I can't believe this is the way that they're ending E3. This is it. This is an abomination to our time, to the respect shown to gamers worldwide right now. I feel like they have just killed E3. Like, we've witnessed E3 die right here, right now. That's it. That's it. They actually have they put the final nail in the coffin. No Dragon Ball, no Naruto. So many people are hyped because they saw Bandai in with a slot. Exactly. The final slot. Like the absolute final slot. Where they could have just got people excited again. Even if they had just shown us Elden Ring again, I think people would have been like, "Woo, we still got Elden Ring." But they didn't. Z in the chat saying our disappointment is immeasurable. Exactly, man. I mean, we still have EA's conference next month, but I'm not expecting much from them. EA are just going to turn up and say, "Give us more of your money. Thanks for watching." What the hell am I watching? Elvis back from the dead, just in time for E3, and all he sees is E3 dying in front of him. One legend dies in front of another. It's a horrible state of events. We were meant to be watching Bandai right here. This is just as bad as Capcom. No, Capcom actually showed us stuff. Bandai didn't show us anything. Bandai literally showed us nothing. Dark Vegeta saying E3 is a waste of time without PlayStation. Yeah, it's very, very true. Hey, see, I'm just watching every live stream to find out if this was real. It was, and everyone's probably in the same situation, just as confused. I refuse to let E3 die like this. Okay? I refuse to let E3 die like this. Come on, man. We gotta do something here. We gotta do something to save E3.
Everybody loves watching a speed run of their favorite.
No, I'm not watching. IGN, this is not the time for an advert, okay? This is not a time for an advert. Just fuck off, IGN, alright? I've had enough of you overall over the course of this weekend. Shut up, right? Just go away. We're gonna watch the Elden Ring trailer. We're gonna watch it and we're gonna pretend that they're showing it for the first time ever. And we're gonna be like, woo, E3 is still alive. This is it. This is it. Here we go. This is what they should have shown us. They should have just held on to this. And that would have been enough. That would have been enough for people not to badmouth Bandai in any shape or form, you know?
By grace, once lost.
Oh, this is it. This is the trailer, boys. I can't believe they're showing it for the first time ever. Bandai have saved E3. Wow. Elden Ring, it's real. It's real. I can't believe it. Bandai, you've done it. You saved E3 on the last day, in the last slot. I can't believe it. Oh my god, that was from the leaked trailer. I remember seeing that in the leaked trailer. Mounts an hour thing.
In search of the Elden Ring.
This is it, boys. This is the trailer.
Flame of ambition.
Oh my god, it's like Dark Souls meets Bloodborne in the aesthetic. Whoa! Battle roll confirmed. Some sort of holy blade. Whoa! Oh my god! Did you see that? It just jumped the mountain. Was that a Berserk reference? Oh shit! You can battle on your mount?
Or Lord, to be born.
Well.
They did it!
A lowly tarnished. Playing as a lord. I command thee now.
Fuck! Bandai have saved E3! I can't believe it! Elden Ring is real, I can't believe it! Greatest E3 ever! Who'd have thought this would be the greatest E3? I can't believe it!
Brandish the Elden
Oh my god! You can jump now?
for all of us.
Whoa. We get a release date! Out January next year! Oh my god, I can't... The E3, you've done it again, boys. They've done it again. How are they gonna top this next year? How are they gonna top this E3? I can't believe it. We got the Elden Ring trailer just when I thought that the whole event was ruined, that E3 was washed up, that we would never get over such a devastating blow to gaming society. They pull it out of the bag out of nowhere. No, I can't even speak properly right now. Bandai, you saved it. You have saved E3. Is what we should be saying. Is what we should be saying. But unfortunately, they showed us the House of Ashes trailer with an interview and then peaced out and left us to all wonder what the hell is going on. Confirming that E3 is finally dead. And it's as simple as that. E3 cannot be saved at this point. Developers, publishers, go ahead and just do your own thing. Take a page out of Sony's book and go ahead and do your own state of plays and just talk about your own games. Or sign up with Summer Game Fest next year because Jeff's got it popping. Jeff Knightley, the knight in shining armor. You see why Knight's in his name now. Actually put on a very good show with Summer Game Fest and Day of the Devs. E3 was terrible, and I don't want to see another E3, essentially. Just, guys, go out there and do your own thing. That was it. How awesome would it have been if they had actually shown Elden Ring for the first time today? It would have been internet breaking, you know? And instead, damn it, Keeley, I know, but Knightley, just broken minding, reading. I can't read, okay? There it is. I can't read. There. I've saved E3. So yeah, unfortunately, the worst of the worst happened. Faxa, thank you so much. Yakuda, how's it going? Lukey, thank you for being in the chat. Orion, welcome to the chat. True Batman, who I think didn't understand the joke and just joined in, not realizing that we were all pretending that Elden Ring was being shown for the first time, because we're at that point of delusion now, where E3 has been such a fever dream, we actually had to fake our own E3 ending just to feel a little bit better, just to get a glimpse of that excitement that we should have got, because if not, we're all gonna, it's like Tuesday, right? Firstly, tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday's hump day, and everybody just feels sad. You know, not everybody, but hump day, you don't feel great by Wednesday. You're going to feel absolutely worse when you wake up and you realize that E3 was actually just a lie this year, you know? That was the worst Bandai E3 ever. Exactly. Nintendo saved E3. I mean, they did do a decent job. They almost pulled it back. They pulled it back a little bit with Breath of the Wild sequel, but yeah, just today should have been a little bit of a good send-off, you know? I faked all of my E3s. Oh man, there we go. I'm sad, everybody. Disappointed, sad. This was my first E3 that I've streamed as well. And it's been nice. Thank you everybody that's been a part of it. You've made it so enjoyable. There's still Warrior. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. But yeah, everybody in the chat, you've made it super enjoyable, even in the worst moments. And I thank you for your energy massively. That has been one of the strangest situations. I didn't know you were on. I was cheating on you with PewDiePie. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. It's not cool, man. Bandai really said no games for you. They just said, hey guys, we forgot E3 was on. We actually forgot E3 was on. So here's a trailer we made earlier. I can't believe it. I can't believe that. But you know what? Thank you everybody that joined, and anyone that stuck through. Anyone that got thrown in here on a random and actually stayed through. Thank you so much, and I hope you become a part of the community. We will be streaming Final Fantasy a little bit later this week. We will be doing my E3 roundup tomorrow. That's going to come up. I've finished Ratchet & Clank, so I'm going to do my Ratchet & Clank review before the week is out as well. I'm probably going to have to do a couple sketches around E3 before the hype's completely gone, but I'm torn between, there's a couple sketches I want to do. I'll get one sorted out, you know. Sorry the dog ate my stream presentation. It's just gone. It's just gone. But yeah, I mean, we do reactions to big news. Like, if there's like a day when all the reviews for a game are coming out, we look over the channels and we discuss what the reviews are saying. If there's new trailers out, I do reactions and things like that. Most of you already know that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's mainly a mix of reactionary content, live streams, which are reactions in themselves a lot of the time, whether it be a game or something we're watching. We've got a few events coming up. Don't count Sony out. Sony are definitely going to have something pop up in the next couple of weeks. They're going to capitalize on all of this failure. Don't count them out. They'll do it. They know what they're doing. They're definitely going to have some sort of showcase pop up. Even if it's just a small state of play, they'd be fools not to, and they're money-making machines at this point in time. They know exactly what they need to do now, which is just put up their own state of play on their own channel, and they'll blow everything out of the water. So that will be coming up soon. There's a couple things throughout July that are E3 related, but I'm not holding my breath for any of those now. other than that, let's do a Bandai sketch. Should I do Bandai in the boardroom planning their presentation? No, I think that's a good idea. Alex, thank you very much. That's a very good idea. I can do that. I was going to do basically Xbox in their boardroom, but I think Bandai's going to be more hilarious. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. Can you believe it? I feel a bit robbed, but you know what? We raised the mood this evening. We raised the mood, and we got everyone feeling in it, hopefully better. At least you all have games that you can go and play to. It will be a 2-second skit. At least there is games that we can all return to and have fun with, you know? That's what it's all about ultimately at the end of the day. Yeah, this is E3. This has been E3. Take it easy. Take it easy. You've all been lovely. Take care of yourselves. Look out for each other. And boycott E3 next year. Let's all boycott E3 next year. I think would be the greatest scenario we could do. You know, I think that's the only thing left to do at this point in time. I thought we would get a new Dragon Ball game or something from Bandai. I mean, the latter part of that sentence is 100%. I thought we would get something from Bandai. I don't know what I thought we'd get, but I was hoping for at least something. And they didn't give us anything. Ah well. GG's, E3.